podcast. This week, we'll be covering week 13 of the NFL season. So, going over week 12 results as well as our picks for week 13. As we get into, the holiday week of, football on Thursday, football on Friday, just about every day we get football. So, should be a exciting week. To start today's episode off with, I'm going to actually go with one of the Stone Dayfest IPAs, and then on deck I have a combo of the 30-minute slash sequence. Cam, what do you got?
30-minute IPA.
And me as well, 30-minute IPA.
Yeah,
Look at that, Kev. Got Brock a real beer.
I'm trying something different.
there we go. I think at this point, like sequence or not sequence, 30 minutes should just sponsor the.
I've had sequence. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good one. So, all right. Well, before we get into football, let's not too much baseball talk. Or updates. The Mets made a trade. We traded Brandon Nimmo to the Rangers for Marcus Semien. Didn't really see that coming, but
Yeah.
Nimmo is one of those guys that I think he was just more annoying than anything.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him.
Yeah, I don't know who would want him personally, but hey, more power to the Rangers, I guess.
I think he had a down year last year, but the year before he played well. But I know he's been battling injuries on and off. Semien, he had a great year the year they won the World Series. I think he's just the power hitting second baseman. Their second base had like a huge hole.
Yeah, well, it was
since McNeil went down. So
and then Beatty, I think, played a little bit of second base.
Yeah. So I mean, who knows? Who cares?
Yeah,
fuck the Mets.
Yeah, like I said, we'll just have
I think Semien's 35 too, so he's baseball age. He's up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the big trade, Red Sox getting Sonny Gray, but it seems like the Cardinals are getting a lot of that contract.
Yeah.
So
and they traded Dick Fitz.
Yeah, Dick Fitz
is gone.
He just didn't fit in
Yeah.
St. Louis. Like,
he'll fit somewhere.
Yeah, he'll fit in St. Louis, then, I guess. Dick was too big for the old city of Boston.
The whole city of Boston, yeah.
His mass holes weren't big enough, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. When you go up against the Green Monster, I guess.
He might be able to fit through the archway.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Nice hole for him to shoot for. Yeah. All right, that's enough of
it's like
middle school talk.
Real deep in there.
Real deep.
Yeah, I do one more. Yeah, sorry, I do one more there.
No, but hopefully we'll get some new baseball news or at least some updates on where people sign over the next few weeks. As we mentioned, I think last week, I hate how MLB free agency tends to just drag on.
Well, players don't sign until sometimes, March anymore. They don't even play in spring training. It's almost kind of similar to like football. You see those veteran football players, they kind of sit out training camp and preseason and sign the last week of preseason to just go right into practice. So, I mean, I know a lot of it is the agents trying to get as, much money as they can for their players. So it makes sense. And the players, obviously, they don't want to necessarily go throw 2 innings every other week.
Right.
They don't want to sit there and play 2 innings a game. So I don't blame them at all, but it's just, we'd like to see the hot stove start earlier in the year, not wait till February for them to start actually like signing players. So
yeah, I like to get excited for,
little Christmas
next year. Exactly. Yeah. I think what was it? Cliff Lee was a Christmas present when we signed him. And
Doc was pretty close around Christmas time too when they traded for him.
All right, so we got about a month.
Yeah,
hopefully.
So the winter meetings usually kick off, I think, the week before Christmas, if I remember
pretty
correctly.
Close around that time frame.
So that's when you'll start to see a little bit more. But these reports are just getting kind of ridiculous. Like the Pirates making an offer to Schwarber. Like, what do they offer?
They're just trying to convince.
Just keep him out of
Cincinnati. They're like, Skeens, if we spend money, will you stay?
He'll hit a bunch of solo home runs like he did with us.
Right.
We'll give you
that'll be the one run that
$10 million a year for 20 years,
1-1,
and free pierogies for life. That's like not a reasonable, team for him to sign with. So good on them for trying, I guess.
Yeah,
they need to
no, I think it's more of like hey, see, we are trying.
Yeah, exactly.
We're throwing our hat.
I'm getting is that they're just linking reports, but like I saw something earlier today that the Phillies and Schwarber, they're talking, but they're pretty far off on years and money.
Yeah,
or years or money. So
the Phillies are banking that they think he just wants to stay. Like that's what they're hoping. They think that he just having a good time and then playing well, he'll just agree with them. And I'm like, if someone throws him a lot of money, I think he'll take that.
See, and I think that's the reason why I hope the Phillies don't overpay or overextend him because of that.
I think that's the only way they get him.
5 years is ridiculous for a DH. And, the money's money. like at this point.
Yeah, the money ain't our money.
I'd rather spend the money elsewhere on players that can play in the field. I think we all kind of had that, mindset with our off-season plans. But I think if you extend him 5 years, you're taking a guy that's going to be almost in his 40s, if not in his 40s, at the end of the contract.
Yeah.
But you also clog up the DH, which
you're going to need for Bryce. And,
yeah.
So
I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully somebody else takes him on, especially there. I was good with 3 years, but I think that's just going to be not enough.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe it's that type of, if we want to get into those like deferred type deals, right? To where it's like, hey, we'll give you a 3-year deferred for 6 years, to where you get paid $20 million.
If you're going to try and do it
years.
now before the collective bargaining agreement, because they might cut that out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But so we'll see what baseball has in store over the next month or so. But pretty quiet right now. Moving on to the Sixers, they continue to be about a 500 team. Basically the last week it was win loss. So
dude, Maxey is balling this year though.
Yeah, I mean he's averaging 33 points a game.
Second in scoring this year.
Might be behind
Giannis, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's balling out, dude. Like, great for the kid. It's good to see him healthy. Edgecombe still has his games here, there, now, and the rookie
McCain. It'd be good to get him healthy, and I know they sent him down to the G League for a little bit to kind of get some playing time.
Reps,
yeah,
he couldn't hit a basket. I guess
they had some kind of score streak or something, right?
No, the cool thing was I don't know if you guys saw it, but he made his first basket. He throws his arms up.
That's what I saw the other day. I was like, oh, he got a point. Oh, that's cool.
So, but no, they had a win against the Celtics. I guess we went live a couple weeks ago for the Lions game, and then since then, win against the Celtics, lost against the Pistons, win against Clippers, lost against Toronto, win against the Bucks, lost to the Heat. So it's kind of like that back and forth.
Yeah.
Maxey's playing well. Obviously, he's not enough to kind of take this team on his shoulders.
Yeah.
I guess the other big highlight is, Embiid's only played 5 games this year. So
yeah, he's been out for a little bit, right?
He's out again tonight.
So.
Yeah, he's out again tonight. Paul George is also out tonight. So
he just came back last week. I think.
I know. I'm just saying, so here we go. Already both of them.
Yeah. Well, we knew Paul George was already hurt. We knew Embiid was kind of questionable at the beginning of the year. So I mean, it makes sense. And what's the point of rushing them back, right? Like, who cares about November basketball?
Yep.
Basketball season doesn't really start until January.
As long as they're not getting fined because Embiid's not playing.
Yeah.
But I think after last year,
I think it just depends on what you're designating his reason for being out.
Yeah, I know a team a couple weeks ago got fined $100,000 for not playing.
Well, yeah, because I think a lot of what the issues were is that, like, if you have a big draw like a LeBron or a Steph Curry going, or KD even going to play like a shitty team, and then people like spend a ton of money on those tickets to go see those players, and then the players are sitting
exactly
for rest. It's like that's what the NBA was really getting caught up on, because Philly used to be there back, during our process.
Yeah.
It was,
they'd sell out
bad
the
team,
LeBron.
and we'd sell out LeBron, Kobe, and Steph. Like, they would sell, those tickets would go for like $800 just to go see them guys play.
Mm-hmm.
Every other game would go for 15, but the fans were pissed because they're just like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah, especially when they set them and you're like, hey, I paid a lot of money for these tickets. And
when you can see the people sometimes holding the signs, like, I came from so far miles away to see, this guy play. And I'm like, and then they just go, oh, my bad, I'm not playing, but I'll come sign your sign or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that fixes it. Yeah.
Well, at least you got to meet him.
Well, I got to meet him. But
so currently they're 9-7, third in the Atlantic Division, 3 games back of the Raptors. So there's still time. They're still they're not digging themselves a hole. Last year at this time they were well out of reach for any kind of playoff contention. Currently 7th in the Eastern Conference. So I guess the other highlight would be the NBA Cup, or whatever the hell that is.
I think it's ridiculous. It's like it comes down to like the points spread is you have to have more points than the other team. So they go, oh, we're trying to get them to play the last 2 minutes out. I'm like, if they're up 15, there's no point to play hard.
It's basically college rules.
I'm like,
adding the score up.
Like, we don't need people getting hurt at the end of the game because they go, oh, we'll get more points, for our. I'm like, who
cares? The Sixers clearly care a lot about this because they're 0-2, and then the final 2 games of, I guess, the opening round, as you would say. They have the Magic tonight, and then they have Brooklyn on Saturday. So I'm pretty sure they're just eliminated automatically.
It's so
I think
random.
they take 5 teams from each conference or something like that.
I don't want to dive into it like
4.
that.
Yeah, it's something odd. Like, the Sixers never really competed in it.
I thought when it started, like it's every game from here on out, like it's going on, and then just one random night it's not, and then that Friday, boom, it's the special color court, and now this game
that's
matters.
basically the only way.
And I'm like, what are we doing? Just do it. If you're doing the cup, just do it the whole way through.
Yeah,
That
do
way
it like
people
the
know
month
what's
of the month of November is cup
right.
season.
Just that way you can pay attention and know what's going on. Like
whose court was it that was like neon yellow? Was it the
um,
Bucks?
the Bucks have like a neon
That shit
green
was
almost, something
wild.
like that.
Like the players were like, you could see it on their like skin that the court was just like that blinding.
It was
Like they've gotten a little too far with
what
the
the hell?
jerseys.
Some of them I think are pretty cool. Like I like the courts but yeah, some of them are over the top, especially with like the bright yellow or even some of the other bright colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not contending for that championship either. So, let the Knicks have it. Yeah, in the upcoming games, as I said, a couple more cup games to the weekend, and then next week they have the Hawks on Sunday, and then the Wizards on Tuesday. So we'll see how Maxey ends up. See if he can continue to carry the team. Hopefully, he can get some help from some of these other guys, and we'll see what they do. Trade deadline, whether they try to bring a piece in, or if these guys whether it's Embiid or George can get healthy.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, moving on to the Flyers. Luckily, we have a newly appointed Flyers expert, but I'll fill in as best I can. So, similar to the Sixers, they're kind of battling. They're a little bit over 500 themselves, but over the last week, they tend to go to overtime quite a bit, and it's but they're also winning a lot of these games in overtime. So it's almost like
had
the
the most comeback wins in hockey or something so far this year.
Yeah. So, just speaking of it, since we last talked, they have a win in overtime against the Oilers 2-1. They go to a shootout against the Blues, so they get a point out of it, but they lose, so it's 6-5. They got smoked by the Stars 5-1. Another win in overtime against the Blues 3-2 or 3-2. Win against the Devils 6-3, and then a loss to Lightning. So of the 6 games, 3 of them went to overtime. So they're keeping games close. I know the goalie that they have has been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They're young.
They're not contending this year, so it is.
You say that, but they're 11-7-3 on the year. They have 25 points. Currently 6th in the Metropolitan Division, but like everybody's close. They're 5 points out of first.
Yeah.
So getting these overtimes, it sucks because both teams get 1 point, but as long as they're getting a point's better than a loss. So, and then just looking at wild card, they're 5th in the wild card. They're only 1 point back on that. So they're in the playoff push or the playoff hunt right now. We're only 2 months into the season. But, well, we'll see if they can keep that momentum going and make a run, or as we talked before, like maybe you don't make a run. Maybe you try to go for lottery balls and try to make the team better that way.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the prospects this year. I know obviously the past couple of years it was like Connor Bedard was the next guy.
Yeah.
He hasn't looked that great. That obviously the hype was real for him. Like he was.
But how much? I wonder how much of that is.
Years old.
You have a team that, well, they've kind of lucked into that too with number one overall.
Kane and Tays,
But you have a team that doesn't have much around them.
Yeah, there's not much going on. It's mostly basketball and Bears doing good, so they're not going to talk about the Bedard kid right now.
Yeah.
But for the Flyers, like they're not expected to contend. I think is better than me saying they're not contending this year.
Yeah.
So they're not expected to contend. So you would think that they would, be a little bit of a lesser team this year.
Yeah, I know their first round pick
get
from
a better pick
last year, and I know they traded to get another pick from last year too. So they have some young talent that's coming up. The one kid's playing for Michigan State right now, in college.
That's the thing about hockey. They draft a kid, but then he continues to play down. And I'm like, when's he going to be like up here? Like
you have like college, but it also equates like the AHL and like similar to like college baseball and AA. And I'm believing to where he's probably getting better competition out of college.
Bro, it's just funny when they draft a guy, you're like, well, we'll see him in a couple years. You never know.
So there was one kid that got drafted. I don't remember his name, but he was drafted, I think, a first round pick, that he is playing football for his high school team and just won a state title. He's like the quarterback of the football team at the high school and just won a state championship. And he was a first round pick in the NHL.
I wonder if he's going to go into like the NFL draft. Or
money's probably there for college.
Yeah. Because we see a lot with baseball too, where guys will get drafted in high school, they'll decline, go to college, and get drafted again.
Yep.
I guess hockey's a little different because you can get drafted by a team, go to college,
and
still be, that team still has your rights.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, upcoming games, a bunch of away games. They have the Panthers on tomorrow, Islanders on Friday, Devils on Saturday, and they come back home against the Penguins on Monday. So
they're not competing with the NFL on Thanksgiving Day.
No, but Black Friday, we have a lot on Black Friday. We got we got the Birds, we got the Islanders coming in, or actually we're going to New York to play the Islanders, and then the Sixers also play on Friday. So we're gonna have a full slate of Philadelphia sports.
Nice. Should be fun.
Yeah, it should be. Speaking about not fun, Eagles Dallas. I guess let's get to the fun part. First quarter.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
First quarter, and let's say a couple minutes into the second quarter, Eagles go up early, 21-0. So
yeah,
clearly they wanted to get the passing game going, whether it was AJ's request or whoever. But they came out and they threw the ball quite often. It
looked great.
It worked.
And I mean, Saquon was catching balls out of the backfield. AJ got a lot of targets. You take the elements and the weather out, and it seems like everybody can catch, and he's throwing. Like, offense looked great. Defense looked great. Holding Dallas, I think, to a 3-and-out first drive, and making some turnovers. So it looked like it could have very easily turned into a blowout, early on. But they only show up for a half. That's been the tendency this whole year. And 24 unanswered points, we're coming away with a loss. Which was just very frustrating. It seemed like questionable play calls, penalties killed.
Penalties is insane. 14 penalties for a team that should be very disciplined. That's just, you can't have it.
But like one of them that comes to mind was the Goddard play, like right out of the third quarter. It's like a little dump pass that they typically do all the time, and it's kind of a ticky-tack holding call. Yep. And then you have these just
pass interference on DeJean. I think that they were both hand fighting.
Yeah.
CD pushed him in the face.
Yeah, that was
to get away.
That was a horrible one.
And that was just a defense. That was just a defense. But I'm just talking about the offense.
But again, it's just the flags just adding up, and then you haven't mentioned it yet, but the turnovers, like the Saquon fumble, like what the fuck, dude? Like, what are you doing? That play was busted from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like, it clearly didn't work, and then he just catches it, takes 2 steps, and then just fumbles the ball. The fucking punt returner.
I don't know why that guy's even.
Why is he on the team?
So, because he's literally that's why he got cut by the Jets. This is literally what he does. Is he fumbles the ball almost like 30% of the time he touches it.
I think I saw 35 touches and 16 fumbles or something like that. So
get Covey's still on the team. He's at least in the social media. Like,
I say he's on the TikTok.
I thought he was hurt or whatever, but I mean, why hasn't he been brought back? This guy just
don't put anyone back.
Or just put, especially don't catch on the one. That's the biggest issue.
It's like, why are you backing up to catch the ball?
Like, what are you doing, dude?
I mean,
don't put anyone back there. Just let him punt it. Just let the ball lie.
We talk about that play. It didn't result in any points for Dallas because the defense they come up with a big.
But a momentum shift.
Stop. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're getting the ball at your 25 or whatever, and you're, okay, let's start to drive again, as opposed to, hey, defense is back on the field.
Yeah. Or even just taking the ball away from the offense, like you're just giving it right back to them. So it's just inexcusable. Like, the turnovers are bad, the penalties are terrible. The team just needs to lock in. The O-line, the run game. I don't know what the fuck they're doing this year.
This whole year.
We've always kind of like puffed our chest out talking about our offensive line, how good they are. They have not looked good at all this year.
No. Whether it's injuries or just, I don't know if it's lingering injuries from last year. Whether, I know Jurgens had back surgery. Like, is that affecting him? But Toth came into play a couple weeks ago and looked like they can run the ball.
Was that the Giants game where they actually did run the ball?
Yeah.
Where Saquon and Bixby
where he got the whole practice week, like he was the center from the jump, and then that was the best O-line they've looked the whole time.
Yeah, and then you take Lane out, so now Fred Johnson's there, and it's just one thing awful.
Fred's been there and done that. It's like, just, you should be okay, but then he's not been. But it's not prior, because that'd be the only other tackle option I think they got right now.
Yeah, but we couldn't get the run game going at all. I mean, Saquon had 10 rushes for 22 yards, which is
terrible.
Yeah, terrible. It's like they didn't even. It seemed like they tried early, not really early on the first couple drives, which were scripted. It was just pass,
and it looked great.
And they moved the ball up and down the field. But then when they started to try to put the run in, it was just 1 yard, 2 yard loss.
The run game has become, and I think I mentioned this when we were watching the game, is it's literally just a screen pass or not a
Yeah.
screen pass, just like an out to
Roll
Saquon.
Barkley out to
Just
the
get him out to
outside,
the
dump it
sideline,
off.
throw
Yeah.
it to him, and then let him
Get
go
him in
from there.
space.
Or they do shotgun too much, and then he has to get going, and the defense, our offense is not stopping. Line is not stopping anybody, so he has to try to churn himself up to go. Like you need to do in the pocket and or what do you call single back and just let him get a head start.
Well, you're under center. And
that's what I mean, under center. Yeah,
so like that's what I was trying to. I think we talked about it when we were watching the game. You know, they had success when they were under center. I know Jalen may not like it. If I've heard that from many different reports of Jalen likes to be able to see. I think a lot of quarterbacks nowadays just out of shotgun, they feel more comfortable because they can see everything. They're not blind when they turn their back to the line. But if the offense is successful in doing that, do it. So go under center.
Like, who cares? They say he does whatever it takes to win. Well, then do that. Like, just switch it up a little bit.
But I mean, that I think also a lot of those under center snaps were when we had a sixth offensive lineman. So I think now losing Lane, you kind of don't really have that flexibility.
You're right.
We know how this team goes with Lane. Like, honestly, he's probably the most important player on the team anymore because whenever he's not playing, we lose. Like, it's gotten to where the stats are like very heavily favored into the fact that if he doesn't play, we're going to lose that game.
Well, and the other thing too, like you hear from Saquon early in the offseason, like, you never know. I might just retire just to retire.
Yeah.
And you hear the same from Lane. Like, I don't know how many more years I have left.
Replacement. That needs to be like the first pick. It needs to be an offensive lineman.
If this season continues to kind of derail and like we say derail, but they're still 8-3. They have a stranglehold for the most part on the division. Like they're only a couple wins away from locking the division up and getting your playoff seed. I don't think they're going to have home field throughout just because of the losses last week, but you never know. There's still a lot of weeks left. But at this point, it's like, say that the season does derail like it did 2 years ago in 23. And, maybe Saquon and Lane both decide, hey, we're hanging it up. Now what do you do? So
we tried with Andre Dillard.
Yeah.
And then thank God Jordan Mailata.
No, he's been a big pickup.
He's been false starting a little bit though.
Yeah, he keeps every post game saying we got to focus, we got to lock in, we got to do better.
Oh, all three of them talked this week. Fred Johnson said, "Oh, I don't know, I'm not the coach." Talking about the run game, and I was like, "It still comes down to you guys blocking though."
It's hard to call running plays when every running plays 2-yard loss or 1-yard gain.
And then Jordan said, "Oh, it's not all KP's fault. Like we're out there looking like ass too." And I'm like, "Yeah, you should not be talking. You're part of it."
Figure out,
And then Landon, I missed his comments right after the game, but then he was on some podcast. It felt like he had to.
It's probably the players.
It was like WIP.
It's the WIP.
Yeah, he had to reiterate.
So he was saying, he was saying that it seemed like they wanted it more, the other team.
Yeah,
and I think he didn't mean it that way, is what he was trying to walk back on the players lounge. But that's not what you want to hear out of your team that should be prepared against one division rival, but the Dallas Cowboys. Like, you should be ready to go prepared. And it seemed like they were prepared when they scored 21 points, but it was like, okay, now things aren't going our way, penalties, whatever. Can't turn it back up or whatever. So I guess along with the running game, like, should we start seeing Bigsby a little bit more? I mean, he has one rush and he busts off 8 yards.
I don't understand why the defense just opens up when it's Bigsby.
Yeah.
And Saquon's there. It's like, oh, he's in there. Let's send the house.
Well, and we talked about it before.
He's going to be wide open and run for 15 yards.
Right. But why not bring him in more?
Yeah, or just try it. Just keep trying.
They had him in for 3 plays, and the only reason why I know this is because I was watching when he was on the field. He was at a bet of how many yards he had over, which, hey, go figure, lost. But it was over 12.5 rushing yards, and his first attempt, he gets 8. And I'm like, all right, I'm in for it, baby. And then next thing you know, the next 2 plays, they run him across Jalen, run him out to the flat, like they do with Saquon, and Jalen's running the ball or whatever. And I'm like, all right, that's the last we saw of Tank Bigsby. So maybe mixing them in a little bit more, changing it up. Maybe that gets the running game going. And I don't know if it is, okay, Bigsby's in, safeties are playing deep. Or when Saquon's in, they're coming in.
And that also could allude to our play calling being predictable, because the defense is probably like, oh, Saquon's in, 75% of the time, this is a run, so we're going to go up there. Bigsby comes in, they go, oh, maybe he's just in the pass block. And then, oh, wait, shit, he ran. Oh, he got 15 yards. But hey, at least it's not Saquon getting 70. So they're just kind of living with it.
But honestly, they need to figure this out.
Oh,
Saquon needs to be actually, if you look at last year, what did we do? We ran the ball.
Yep.
We ran the ball very fucking well last year. Our defense was playing good enough, and then at the end of the year, they really turned it on.
Mhm.
And that's where we're at now. It's that our defense has been very good, minus the deep balls and the big plays that Dallas had last week.
Well, Dallas has a really good offense.
Yeah.
No, they do, but I mean, like, we're gonna
Their
see
problem
offenses
is
that
their
are
defense is trash, but they're also we
their
couldn't do
defense looked pretty
anything.
fucking good after the first
Well, we
quarter.
scored 21 points, in a quarter, basically.
Yeah,
And then, I think a lot of that wasn't their defense. It was
Yeah.
more our team holding ourselves back, whether it was
Yeah.
penalties or just, stupid.
it's just again like we need to get back to running the ball, having the O line push downfield, get them in a rhythm, and Saquon, you got to be better at this point.
Yeah.
Like you can't have a game with 22 yards against a very bad defense.
Yeah.
I understand they have 2 tackles, Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams. They've got good tackles, but it doesn't mean you can't run the ball outside. Like you can still get to the second level.
It seems like every run that they have is right up center. It's
it's insane.
How do we go off tackle a little bit?
I don't understand what they're doing with that, and it's really hurting the offense this year.
Yeah, I mean, even Madden would give KP better suggestions to run the ball outside if he did that. So he's just.
I love to ask Madden when I play Madden.
But I mean, like we go back to the passing game. The passing game was it was good. AJ had 8 receptions, 110 yards, and a touchdown. Devontae had 6 receptions, 89 yards, and that guy just amazes me. The catches that he makes, like the one that was off the sideline, he jumps, he's like literally vertical and lands on his back. Like the guy's an absolute stud.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that they're able to move the ball in the passing game because it was struggling before. But I still see the tendencies of Jalen doesn't throw people open; they have to literally be wide open, or he also loves to stare down his receivers. And that was evident in that 3rd and 2. Well, first off, why are you passing at that point anyway? It's 3rd and 2.
Get 1 yard rushing with Saquon, then tush push.
It's not even that. You could fucking tush push twice.
Yeah, I say early in the year, that's all they ever did was 3rd and 2. They're tush pushing right away. Yeah. Now they do it. Now they do it twice a game. I'm
because they keep false starting every time.
Well,
they're scared of getting called.
They've been getting trouble with that too.
But you keep the clock going, and you extend the drive. So you take a sack there. It's what now you're punting the ball, and it's play calling.
Yeah,
play calling 100%. Yeah. But I think on that one they were talking about like he's staring down AJ the entire time, whereas Goddard's wide the fuck open in the middle of the field. And he doesn't even look at him.
Yeah.
So
Goddard's been
get through your progressions. I know AJ's the mouthy one, but like get through your progressions.
Well, that's the issue. I think also, right? He said he has to always look that way, and then it's just been bad. It was bad 3 quarters of football.
Yep.
Eagles have yet to put a game together. I think fully 1 through 4 quarters of actually having a good win, and now we got the 8-3 Bears.
Yeah.
Which their wins aren't against
their run defense is not good, but their offense score.
But they're 8-3.
Yeah, they're 7th in scoring.
We're down in the dumps about being 8-3, and they're fucking living their best life at 8-3.
8-3, yep. So, but I mean, just going back to the Cowboys game a little bit, when it comes to the defense, Dory Jackson, we've been up and down on him all year. I think it was a little evident once he went out with a concussion of holy shit. We had to put Coop on the outside, and
Which apparently he's not an outside corner.
But granted, I mean he was up against George Pickens, and Pickens is a hell of a receiver.
Yeah.
And CD,
I mean both of them. I mean, thankfully CD can't catch the ball against Philly for whatever reason.
What happens.
I don't know what that is about either. It's
wild. George Pickens caught everything. He went for 9 receptions, 146 yards, and a touchdown. And absolutely he's going to get paid in this offseason. And I think talked to you at the during the game. I'm like, hey, trade AJ Brown and bring in another case of George Pickens.
Pickens is a bigger head case than AJ.
Yeah. No, I know. I think
Pickens would have a fit on the sideline. AJ waits till after the game, then says a comment on.
He takes it to social media.
Yeah, it takes it to social media.
But they're cryptic texts.
Well, yeah.
So you have to put some thought into them. But no, Pickens, another great game. I think he's been a huge addition for Dallas.
He's outgained the entire Pittsburgh receiving core. That's insane.
So, and then Dak, Dak 350 yards, 2 touchdowns. So
this is what he does in Dallas. He does at home, especially. He just throws that ball all over the place.
Yep. Which leads to, I guess, my next question for you guys. I know we all kind of agree with Jalen of just being a struggle of a quarterback. Would you rather have Dak?
I still say no.
I don't know. I would say, I mean, if our offense still was doing like similar stuff, then yeah, we could say he would make better throws than Jalen. But with all the rest of the stuff that Jalen does, it's still like, I'm still okay because he has one, and obviously Dak doesn't. So with Dak, it looks good in the regular season, then you get nothing after that.
That's the reason
That's the
why
reason I would still say keep Jalen. But yes, but overall, like, the whole offense, yeah, it would look a lot better with a quarterback who can throw like
I
that.
agree. I think the only thing that Jalen brings to the table, certainly more than what Dak could, would be just that the winnability. Like,
Yeah.
he finds ways
He
to
wins
win,
games.
which it blows my mind of how it ends up working. Dak's a much better quarterback, and I think with the weapons that we have on our team, I mean, you kind of see it with their offense now. What he doesn't have is defense.
Yeah.
So they talk about, like, Dallas is, a great offense, but look at what that offense is doing for you. I'm like, but you're not looking at the other side of the ball.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like their offense can score 25 to 30 points, but is their defense holding other
I mean, that's
teams?
the same
We
defense that
literally
Russell
have
Wilson
we
had
have
400.
2 we have 2 wins
Yeah.
over the last 3 weeks where the defense basically won those because our
Mhm.
offense did just enough.
Yeah.
You put Dak Prescott into this offense, maybe we're scoring more than 13 or 10 points against the Lions and
Yeah, I mean,
Raiders.
well, you look at some of the Dallas losses this year; those haven't been good either. They
That's not
lost
no,
to a
their
bad
def the
Arizona team. They lost
Yeah,
to
but
the
again, how
Bears.
much of that is defense? They're
Yeah.
still
But they
scoring
still
30
lost, though.
points. They're still
Oh, well,
scoring
yeah,
30
but it's
points,
hard to
right?
overcome 40 point,
But I mean, you're still losing, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like
Well,
I
so what we're
understand
saying,
Dak
that's
is
not
like
on
a
him, though.
better
Yeah.
regular season stat quarterback,
Mhm.
but when it matters, you go with Jalen.
Yeah, I was just saying where the passing offense would look ridiculously better with a quarterback who can throw like Dak.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that
But I
he's
mean,
the
honestly,
better,
like,
yeah, like
so to be against this, we talk about play calling and how bad play calling is. We talk about how bad the O line is. Like, why is Jalen getting all the blame at this point?
Well, I'm just
we
saying,
weren't
like,
blaming him.
I'm not blaming
We're just
Jalen per
asking,
se. I'm just
You're blaming
saying
Jalen for having a bad offense because he can't pass the ball.
that the passing game will look different because
Well,
yeah.
absolutely.
now we're not waiting for guys to get open. They're getting thrown open because you have a quarterback that actually is playing position. That might open up over other avenues. I mean, the games that I spoke of was, okay, the Packers game, the Jalen looked good. Not really. The Lions game, certainly not.
No.
But neither did Goff or whoever, so
Yeah.
that's where you take the elements out, but I'm just saying,
And
like,
that's what he's saying is, like, Dak has his
I've
defense
never
play
been a
like that.
Jalen guy.
Yeah.
I think he holds back our offense, but he finds ways to win.
Yeah.
I think if you had a quarterback that was a true quarterback that can actually that has better attributes when it comes to passing and, things that you're looking for out of a quarterback, not just running and finding ways to win, maybe that looks better, but
I
obviously
mean,
Jalen has
Because, like,
something
to your point
because
earlier where he doesn't throw people open, he obviously flourishes last year or, like, with a run game because the run game is gonna open up stuff behind it where
right.
so
They weren't
he's like, "Oh, I'm
relying on
throwing
him
to
to
a
win
wide
the
open
game.
dude,
Yeah.
not a guy who's cut and I gotta throw him open." Yeah.
So, I mean, in 2023, there were games there that we didn't have Saquon at that time. So we did have games where Jalen did put
Yeah.
on the
And we're
cape
not saying he
and
hasn't
win.
done it, but it's just
The
saying, like,
Buffalo game comes
yeah.
to mind, the Kansas City game comes to mind, where he kind of just took it upon himself. But how much of that, again, is your receivers are open or they're going to be open if you throw them open. You just choose not to throw because you don't want to turn the ball over. So now you're forcing,
Yeah, we've definitely seen that before a couple times.
you're running
But
and
that's what we're saying. We're not saying, like, get him out of here. We're just saying, like, it's a good topic just to have a discussion. We're not saying we hate Jalen, like, get him out of here and get Dak as our
I mean,
quarterback.
so last week he threw for 289 yards, 1 touchdown, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns. That's a
in
pretty
one quarter.
solid game from
In
a
one
quarterback.
In one
quarter.
quarter.
But no, well,
And the
the
rushing was
300
with a tush
yards
push
passing
and with a
wasn't in
tush
1
push
quarter.
because the AJ touchdown wasn't called because he stepped out of bounds.
But
That's a
I
tush
mean,
push, and then the other one was a little 5-yard.
all right,
So
so
that,
again,
yeah,
to play the other side here, if our defense is so good carrying us, why'd we give up 350 passing yards to Dallas?
because Dallas's offense is that good.
So is
And the and
Detroit's.
and the
Green Bay's
offense
offense has been explosive this year. Like, right? So we can say
Well, again, I was saying
every
elements
side, like,
for yeah, but again, Dallas in a dome is so much better than
and also, if your offense is not the whole second half is not getting anywhere, the defense is on the field the entire second half,
right.
they're gonna give up yards.
I'm just saying that
No, I'm
I think that we can dial back on the Jalen hate. We can talk about the play calling. We can talk about the run game being non-existent.
I'll just
Their running back had 87 yards against our defense last week.
yeah.
well, that's not even part of their game really, though. That's usually
But I
just
mean,
yeah.
again, so
But
like
Devontae Williams
they
has been good
Well,
for them.
he's been good, yeah.
they threw for 350 and they had a rusher go for 85 plus. Like
Yeah.
that's
But again, like Brock said, when you're on the field the entire time because your offense can't move the ball,
But we just talked
ball.
about the play calling not being good, the penalties being terrible. Like it goes all like.
I'm not saying that Jalen lost this game for us. I'm saying that maybe another quarterback, not just this week, but maybe another quarterback we would have different results or different mindset of what this offense can do. Like we hear it. I mean, okay, he's had a different offensive coordinator every year of his career. So, but how much of this is the offensive coordinators not being able to do everything that they want to because of his limitations as a quarterback? Whether it's him not wanting to do certain things or him just not completely even able to do certain things. So, I mean, I don't want to make this whole Jalen talk. I was just thinking myself, like, Dak, sure, he doesn't win in the playoffs, but you put him on a different team, maybe it's a different story.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you see a quarterback
Kevin Patullo as his coordinator.
No, it doesn't.
But sometimes you just see other quarterbacks throw around, like they're just launching the ball all day, and you're just like, man, that'd be pretty cool to.
I mean, I would take Baker Mayfield. It doesn't have to just be Dak.
Take a couple times, just as.
There's a lot of quarterbacks I would take, and it just, I don't know. I'll always be a critic of him just because prove me wrong. It's worked for a while, so just keep continuing to prove me wrong.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, bad loss, but quick turnaround.
And this is what losses to the Cowboys do to us. It puts us at each other, and we yell.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
we haven't had
we haven't had any kind of like arguments, and now we're like, fuck.
That's just losses in general. Quick turnaround. We got the 8-3 Bears coming in Friday. So weird to have a Friday game. And I think the weirder thing is a 3:00 game on Friday.
Yeah.
So
well, it's because everybody's shopping in the morning, so it's like
but some people actually have to work these days, and not saying that I have to, but some people have to work. Oh, you need to talk to your boss.
Yeah, I know. I'll give him a call.
Yeah. Blackout game. So I think they're advertising, all the fans to wear black. So I'm sure they'll have. I mean, it's going to be weird because it's a 3:00 fucking game. So even not even having like the night atmosphere of a blackout and everything is just
Well, we usually always save it for the Giants,
right?
And they didn't do it against the Giants.
But I get where it's Black Friday though, and you wear black. I kind of I get that point.
Well, hopefully they show up in black. They tend to play well in black. So
they always play well in Kelly Green.
I said they were undefeated in Kelly Green until Sunday.
Well,
they took it on the road.
They looked really good for a quarter.
Yeah, they looked great losing.
So, but there's no change to the play caller. They've mentioned that earlier this week. So
it's because Sirianni doesn't want it to be his fault. That's why he's keeping KP in charge.
Well, and it's like, I mean, who else is going to do it?
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
Sirianni going to call plays?
Oh, no, he could.
He's
but if it goes just as bad, then they start yelling at him. He's like, "Oh, don't yell at me. I'm sorry." Like, because once things go bad, he goes quiet. He goes mute. He does that all the time when things are going bad.
If they lose on Friday, does he bring his kids to the press conference again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, probably Or wears another pandering shirt for some other team.
When does he shave his head?
Huh?
When does he shave his head?
Oh, right. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe he's not watering his plants or whatever, that.
All right. Well, we'll get into the details of this game as we go through, week 13 picks. But I guess since in other news, which is going to be fun to see, Hard Knocks just started filming.
Oh yeah.
So we have a little let's say some behind the scenes to look forward to.
It's December 3rd, I thought.
December 2nd, I believe, is the first episode.
Yeah.
So
it's usually Tuesdays.
Yeah, so we're gonna have 7 episodes. They're covering the NFC East. It's gonna take us up to the wild card weekend. So, all the stuff that we talked about before of AJ and what's going on in the locker room.
Yeah.
Let's see how much the Giants got a lot of backlash last year, especially with the Saquon thing of what got aired. And I know teams kind of can
control.
They can control what actually gets released. So I'm curious. Well, I guess this is after the Dallas losses when we started to record, but moving forward, what comes out about what's going on in the locker room, what is everybody's true relationships like? So it's definitely gonna be something that we can
adds more fuel to the already shitty media we have. That if there's one little clip on Hard Knocks, they'll talk about it all week.
Yeah.
Oh God, he said this on camera.
There was a clip I think Deshaun Jackson said on his podcast. I guess kind of shout out Del State for their football team having a decent year, but
he's kind of turned that around a little bit.
Fuck Del State, personal reasons. But he said that he knows what's going on with AJ and Jalen, and I don't know if this is him just trying to kind of
I think
clickbait
it was
into the media.
bullshit he was trying to do.
But he was saying that he understands why AJ's being the way he is to Jalen.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's like personal shit going on between the two of them.
And it may be.
But I don't know. Just wanted to throw that in.
It annoyed me the way he said it because he was like, "Oh, I know what's going on, but I'm not gonna say it." And then I'm like, "Don't even say anything about it. Then.
Yeah.
Like you're
Why
not a
bring it
part
up?
of this
Don't even
team.
bring it
You're
up.
just
Yeah.
a former player. Go away."
Philly media
Like,
101.
that's what I mean. He
Yep.
saw the point of, like you said, he's on his own podcast. He saw the opportunity to go like, "Hey, they'll watch our clip if I talk about AJ."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm like, "Shut up, go away."
As if he was the perfect receiver.
Right, exactly, right.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The frustrating thing with it, I guess, is it's going to air on Tuesdays, kind of the same time that we record. So we'll always be like a week behind, but I guess
I
we
love
can
Hard
kinda-
Knocks.
Well, they don't come on until
I can't wait
10
to watch
anyway.
it.
Yeah, I think it's usually
Yeah, but
10, yeah.
we'll
But I
already
mean, I'm
have
saying like, yeah, but I
recorded
mean,
by
it's
the
usually a
time.
late
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
Like if it was Monday, we could talk about literally what happened. So we'll be like a week behind, but we'll definitely talk about it because I think there's definitely going to be some takeaways there that we can.
I usually watch the training camp. Well, maybe obviously since we're in this one, but when they were doing the other teams the last couple years, I'm just like, I don't care
I
about in
always watch
season.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the training camp stuff I do like when
All
they do
right.
that.
If this video gets 5 likes, I'll go live after every Hard Knocks episode.
After everyone
To give
on
my
Tuesday,
thoughts.
while we're actually uploading,
Yeah.
we could probably just put it on and go live while we do it. So this video gets 5 likes. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So let's get into week 12. Thursday night game, we had the Bills against the Texans. Texans actually held on for a W there.
Their defense looks insane.
Yeah, their defense is really good, and I know we talked about it before. D'Amico Ryans seems like he's a really good coach, and they're not relying on CJ Stroud.
Well, Davis Mills played
Davis
that game.
Mills, yeah, I'm sorry.
But I mean, again, I think that team looks better with Davis Mills than it does.
It's like
with
Charles concussion's been 3 weeks now, so I'm like,
I think that's he's getting benched concussion. Like, hey man, just go ahead and go over there and look at that light.
they
Like,
did
just go hang out in the corner.
You see what
dark
happened
room.
to Tua, right? Like, yeah.
But
no,
the Josh Allen, he was awful this week.
Yeah,
he looked terrible. The defense looked.
I didn't bet
good.
on Cook.
I bet on Cook to do first touchdown. But
didn't he hit it or no?
No, I bet Allen. I bet Allen, and Cook got it.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I just have to go behind you.
Again, every time I bet, I keep telling myself and telling everyone here that I don't bet the Josh Allen, James Cook touchdowns, and then I do, and then I lose.
You do it anyway? Yeah. We're going to make a call to Bet Rivers and be like, all right, whenever Cameron puts
account.
If I go to put this in, say, we suggest you probably shouldn't do this.
Give me the geolocation.
From our AI bot here, it says you probably shouldn't.
Geolocation not found. So yeah, big win for the Texans. Another loss for the Bills, which is kind of questionable. I mean, they looked like they were going to be a Super Bowl favorite that was going to run away with the division, and they're not even leading the division at this point. So
yeah, what's the NFC South looking like?
AFC South,
AFC South. I'm trying to pull it up.
The Colts are leading it right now.
Yeah, but I know the Jags and Texans are kind of starting to make some noise there.
Yeah, the Texans are 6-5. The Jaguars are
7-4.
7-4.
They still look bad.
The Colts are 8-3.
Yep.
So while you're pulling that up, Steelers go to the Bears. Bears come away with another victory.
No Aaron Rodgers.
No Aaron Rodgers, but Mason Rudolph looked okay. He didn't hold him back. I thought that.
No,
I had no trust in him.
Him and Kenny G have a good rapport thing. Like they both do well when they're on the field. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been a good fantasy back over the last few weeks. Let's see. Patriots 10-2. They beat the Bengals 26-20. Giants played this game a lot closer than I think anybody thought. Against the Lions, they took them to overtime. Ended up.
Winston, man, he played pretty good.
Gibbs had
he balled out.
Dude, yeah, and he had a receiving touchdown too.
Did you see it?
That was such an impressive play.
Like truck stick the dude.
Yeah, the guy was just like, hold on a second. Winston's catching this ball. Fuck, I'm 1-on-1 with him. Like,
the linebacker too.
Yeah.
But the Giants actually were leading that game for a while.
Yeah.
And the Lions end up coming back. Jahmyr Gibbs had an insane stat line.
His touchdown when he scored overtime, I literally thought it was a replay of the when I first looked up. Like I looked up, was like, oh, they're just showing the replay. And then I was like, wait a second, no, he just fucking ran it again. I'm like,
it's the first play.
First play, yeah.
That kid is so good.
He's so fast.
Yeah,
like his speed just looks different level, like compared to everyone else.
Mm-hmm. So Lions were able to win in overtime, 34-27. Packers beat the Vikings. This Vikings team, man, I just don't trust anything with JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, he looks bad. And now he's got a concussion too. He said it after the game on the plane. So now
the whole 9 thing. There's a lot of memes going on. About JJ McCarthy right now. It's not a good look for him.
Yep. You got the Packers. Scored 23. We get back in the win column, so they're 7-3-1. They're right up there with the playoff ranks as well. Seahawks against the Titans. This game was a little interesting.
Yeah, Titans
30-24.
Made a charge there.
Yeah, Seahawks are 8-3. Smith-Njigba
is insane.
He's
absolute
balling
monster.
this year.
Love him on my fantasy team. But.
He's gonna set the single season, and I'm actually hopeful. Like, we talk about as they add more weeks to the year, some of obviously all of these, all of these records are going to be broken and all of that. But let's see if he's able to break this within the 16 games. That wasn't it. Calvin Johnson that has the most receiving yards, and
but right at this rate, right at the week this week, he's third behind Josh Gordon and. Damn it! They said the other name.
Was it Cooper Kupp?
Might have been.
Cooper Kupp was the one that was contending against.
Yeah, but Josh Gordon, like, because the tweet said like Josh Gordon has to be like kicking the air right now because of like how he was that good and only couldn't be in because of marijuana.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
well, that too, which is insane.
And Cleveland quarterbacks
but doing that with them, he was still.
Granted, and Jigba's got Darnold. He's not.
Yeah, but I mean, Darnold looked good last year in Minnesota. You give him some weapons, and he's out of fucking
New York.
East Rutherford. He looks great, but he didn't look good against the Rams. I think the Rams kind of exposed him a little bit, but you put him up against teams that you put him up in not big game environments. He shows up. But no, I think I saw like he only needed to average 108 yards for the remainder of the year to break the all-time or the season or single season yardage. So hopefully it's 120 and he can do it, but. Calvin Johnson was an absolute monster. So
insane.
Did you hear Burrow's quote today?
No.
Talking about Thanksgiving Day games and what he remembers growing up watching. He said, I remember Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson for 300, 400 yards and them losing. Like, damn, Burrow.
Kind of like his team.
Jeez, man. You got to say that.
Yeah.
Talk about every Bengals game this entire season, man.
well, more so even when he's there too.
Back.
Have they announced when?
This week.
He's playing
Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So moving on, Colts Chiefs. This was another good game. Went down to overtime. Chiefs were able to come away with a win there, bringing the Colts down to 8-3. Chiefs are still in the mix at 6-5, but last week we were talking about
Colts blew that. They had a big lead.
They had
only giving up field goals for a while.
20-6, I think, at one point. Yeah, like the Eagles.
I mean, it's another guy like Mahomes finds ways to win too.
Yeah,
I mean, it hasn't been that evident this year because they've had a lot of losses early on.
Went off.
Yeah. He has that same kind of mentality of Jalen of he finds ways, especially the fourth quarter. If you give them the opportunity, if you give Mahomes the opportunity to go down the field and get a touchdown, or much less a field goal.
Seconds.
Yeah. Just ask the Bills, right?
But I mean that's just the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Like they're gonna hang around. They're not gonna,
They're like, we're not gonna lose Daniel Jones. We're just gonna go ahead and go down the field and win this game right now.
So,
Ravens beat the Jets 23-10.
Ugly game.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
It was terrible.
But the only
Lamar Jackson looked like dog shit.
Derrick Henry passed 2 more people to go like 11th or 12th on the rushing all-time list.
Yeah,
he passed Marshall Faulk.
He had 2 touchdowns, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an awful game from Lamar. Tyrod Taylor starting with the Jets now. Justin Fields got benched. Just a bad football game.
Yeah. Speaking of another bad one, but we did get to see the debut. Browns beat the Raiders 24-10. Shador makes the debut. Not impressive.
I think it's just mainly because it's the Raiders.
Well,
It
yeah.
looks that way.
The
It
fucking
was
Jerry
10 for
Jeudy play
10
was
for
the most
20, right?
Yeah.
Like, something like that?
the Jerry Jeudy play was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Oh, the deep pass that he had?
Yeah, and Judy's just catching it and just decides to jump and then
Oh,
fumble.
yeah. That was
Oh,
that was
no.
dumb.
What
Yeah.
was the play that he was scrambling to the right and he threw a bomb, like a dime on, on the run? It was probably the one highlight that he had.
I just know that I don't know if it's the same play we're talking about, but Jerry Jeudy caught the ball, had nothing but space, and then there's like 3 defenders in front of him, and he just stops running, kind of does like a high step almost, and the dude just comes out from behind him and punches the ball out.
Yep.
Oh, I
Like
didn't see
it
that.
was
This
just
was the
an
one where
awful,
he was downed at like the 2-yard line or something like that.
no.
Plus
It was a good pass.
the Judkins kid is the main thing of that game. He
Yeah.
just ran all over the Raiders.
So
But that's the Raiders very bad.
They're
Chip
very-
Kelly fired.
Chip
today.
Kelly fired.
yeah.
Yep.
Go back to college, Chip.
Yeah. I wonder how much more
I don't even know how Pete Carroll survives. Like,
Yeah, that's
you
what I
just
was gonna
gotta let
say. I
him
wonder
go
how much
too.
longer
Like,
he's gonna
it's
stick
just.
around.
He might just pass. I don't.
I mean, it didn't make any sense
He's
to
like
bring him
80
in, and then they brought
74,
Gino in
I
and
think
paid
I
him
74.
because of Pete Carroll. He was like, "Oh, I'll just go ahead and get.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and get." Yeah, it's just bad overall.
Well, like we talked about it, Seattle unloaded Gino, unloaded Pete Carroll.
The Raiders
whatever.
could have paid
They
Darnold.
were just kind of
but they
questioning,
were like,
like,
"Oh, should we?"
oh,
Like,
why?
yeah,
But yeah,
Gino looks awful.
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
why.
Yeah.
Max
It's crazy
Crosby,
the
Max
fall off
Crosby
is
still wants to be there for some reason. Like he keeps saying, like,
He's
"Oh,
living
well,
in Vegas, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know,
It's
but
fucking
look
$100
how
million
but look
to
how
live in
bad that
Vegas.
fucking team is, though. Like he's like, our
Would
fans
you
deserve
rather be
better than
him or Miles Garrett?
How much money is he making?
Miles
I
Garrett lives
mean,
in fucking
I
Cleveland.
know, but Miles Garrett's making more money than Max Crosby. So I mean,
But he
like,
lives in Cleveland.
yeah, but when it's all over, he can just go move to anywhere he wants afterwards.
Speaking of
For 4 months of the year, I guess
Yeah,
you're
right.
right.
Yeah. Is that right? As I'm saying, yeah.
or speaking of single season records, Miles Garrett might break the sack record.
He
too.
deserves it.
He
Yeah,
does.
I mean, he had 3 more sacks last week, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just-
sure. Yeah, it sounds about right.
I think from what I saw, he needs 6 sacks, or it might even be less than that.
Is
In
he
the
at
next
15 already?
6 games or
Yeah,
something.
he'll break it.
Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
he's just playing out of his mind. But yeah, no, good for him. At least something's being successful in Cleveland. Um, so another overtime game. Jaguars come away with the win against the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett still looks pretty good.
Yeah, he
I
slings it.
think similar to Kyler Murray, it's like, oh, you got the concussion. Just sit over there next to CJ Stroud.
Him
Yeah,
and
he's
Winston
gone.
are very similar. They just throw the ball all day. Like,
Yeah.
just tell me to throw it 40 times. Sure, I'll throw it 40
And it's one of
times.
those things where I don't know, expectations are kind of like
Yeah.
lower.
Oh, yeah.
And you're
He's
like,
just playing to say, "Hey, I still got it." He'll get a backup
Hey.
job somewhere.
Wasn't he drafted by the
Patriots.
Athletics?
who, Brissett or Murray?
Murray was.
Wasn't
Yeah,
he-
Murray
wasn't
was.
he
Yeah, he was
still-
drafted by the A's. He
Yeah,
was like
still time.
first round pick.
I
Yeah.
say, yeah, he probably should have picked baseball. At this point.
I don't understand. Like, all right, if I
I mean, baseball doesn't even play during Call of Duty time, so he would have.
this is true
all year
too.
to play
But
that.
like, if I'm looking at
October, but
Well,
you
when
know,
I mean, when he, when
the
he
A's.
the A's, though, so yeah, he's like, "Well, we're done." Like,
Yeah.
and they're moving to Vegas. See, my God, he could have a whole. Yeah, he
there
could
you
have a
go.
great time.
Start his own Call of Duty gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we kind of covered the Birds blowing 21 point lead. Falcons beat the Saints 24-10. Another
Who cares?
terrible game. Rams beat up on the Bucks. I don't think
They blew the shit out of them.
Yeah,
The game was over in
34-7.
the first quarter.
I was hoping that it was going to be a little bit
Baker
closer
got
than
hurt
that.
on his left shoulder.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because Teddy Bridgewater did not look anything resembling what he did, 3 years ago?
Yeah, he's
He already
only
retired
in here
once.
because he got in trouble. Whatever he did for his high school team, where he was bought their or
college.
college,
Yeah.
whatever it was, where he
No,
bought
it was high school.
where he bought the equipment or whatever. They they got him and they got mad at him for that or something. So I think he just went to the NFL like, all right, I'll just leave. Goodbye. Like,
I didn't know he was still kind of around the NFL. He has those commercials where he's like the backup.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
And I
Yeah,
was like,
that's his
oh,
job.
Yeah. Now he's the backup.
Yeah. No, it's not going to be good if they lose Baker for any kind of extended period of time. They haven't announced anything yet.
I mean, they're 6-5 right now. They're still in the division. So Panthers are 6-6, Buccaneers are 6-5, Falcons are 4-7, Saints are 2-9. So they're still competing for their division.
Yeah.
It's just going to come down to the Bucks have battled injuries all year long, and they, for the most part, or especially early on, like Baker was just putting the cape on, as we would say, and carrying them to some wins. But Bucky Irvin, I guess, is battling mental illness.
I don't know what he's just like.
He's supposed to be back this week, I believe.
They did say he plans on, but it's like, come on.
Godwin just came back.
Godwin, yeah.
Luka is kind of just
Evans gone,
falling off. Like early in the year, he was an absolute stud. And then the last few weeks, he just
the little bright spot they had is that Tucker guy, except for when I pick him for anytime touchdown, then he does nothing.
Hey, welcome to betting, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm enjoying it.
It's fun.
Clearly been hanging out with us too much.
Right.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
We might just skip over bets today because not good. A lot of red. And then final game of the week, Niners come away with the win against the Panthers, 20-9.
That game was terrible too. Brock Purdy threw 3 picks in the first half, I believe.
I mean, Bryce Young threw for 400 something career high last week, and then doesn't do it against the Niners. Like, and they're hurt all over the place on their defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a bad game. But
too wishy-washy.
Niners are 8-4, and Rams are 9-2. 9.
Yep, 9-2. Yep,
and 8-3.
And the Niners have a decent schedule the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean the whole entire year they've had
but their defense is hurt. They got guys out for the whole time.
Yeah, I mean they've had a lot of injuries on their end too this year.
And I don't know what McCaffrey's done. I don't know how he's playing all year.
I saw he's leading the league in receptions.
Yeah,
as a running back,
and they're using him like every play. And I'm like, just last year they were saying both his Achilles had arthritis. I'm like, how the hell is he even moving around? Like, I don't know what he's done, but he's done some kind of voodoo.
He went
to
Germany.
Yeah, so
it's the voodoo. It's like, all right, everybody else on this team's going to get hurt, but I'm going to be okay.
I'm going to be okay, yeah.
He went and got the Tom Brady surgery.
Yeah. So, all right, moving into week 13. As we mentioned, holiday week, so we got a couple games to choose from on, Thanksgiving Day, which is always nice. I love to, watch the 1:00 game, fall asleep during the Dallas game, and wake up for the Thursday night game. But starting us off, we have the 1:00 Packers against Lions. This one should be a good one. Packers are 7-3-1. Lions are 7-4. Who's going to start this week? I think I should start.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to start. I think it's my turn anyway. But not much here. I think it's going to be a really good game. I would believe that it's going to be a high scoring game. It just matters of which Jordan Love we get.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go just with that question and Lions being at home and Jahmyr Gibbs just being a freaking monster. I'm going Lions.
Okay. I'll go second.
That's fine.
I'm going Detroit as well. Even though they had a scare with the Giants, I don't trust Jordan Love. I think the Lions defensive line can get after him and cause havoc, and they're home on Thanksgiving. So they usually win these games when their team stinks. So
I'm also gonna go to the Lions as well. Like I said, my reason was gonna be because they're home on Thanksgiving. They usually bring out some tricks and stuff. I'm sure they'll have I mean, Packers have a good defense, but I don't think they can stop Gibbs. That dude's just on a run, on a tear. And even if they do, then the Lions have a good enough offense to cover the rest of the field. So, and like you said, Jordan Love's just too much of a question mark.
Fuck Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
I'm done with him in fantasy.
The last 2 weeks he's been great for me on my one league, and now this week I needed him to do something, and he's like, I'm good. I'll take a break.
I'm done with it.
Yeah, he's very frustrating.
Next game, the 4:00, we have the 6-5 Chiefs going to Dallas to play the 5-1 Cowboys, coming off of a huge comeback win. Actually, both teams. But for this one, I'm going to go with my heart here. I'm going to go Chiefs just because I think we need it. But I do see Dallas's offense continuing to score. I just think that their defense isn't going to be able to stop them, and I think the Chiefs will be able to edge this one out.
I'm going KC. Ruin their Thanksgiving.
I'm also going Kansas City.
There we go. Look at us.
Look at it.
I think we may be building our parlay for Thanksgiving Day as we speak.
Yeah, so if anybody's listening, do not bet what we bet.
Yeah.
We clearly have said multiple times throughout this episode
we're
that
not
we are
good.
not good. If you want to make some money, bet the opposite. All right, so moving on, the Thursday night game, we have 3-8 Bengals going to Baltimore to play the 6-5 Ravens. You said Burrow will be back for this one?
Burrow's back.
Burrow's back.
Chase is back. He's not spitting on anyone.
Higgins is gone though.
Is he?
Yeah, he was carted off with concussion. So far he's not been deemed anything yet.
Early week, you said a concussion.
Yeah,
Early week.
but
They
it's Thursday
probably
night.
won't.
I'd say it's a good chance he's not playing. Yeah.
But I mean, if you look at the Ravens, I mean, I don't think Lamar's looked the same this year.
He looked bad last week.
Neither has Cincinnati's defense, so this might be just another shitty game to whoever has the ball last type of thing. I'm going to go with the Bengals here. Joe Burrow in his comeback.
I'm going Baltimore. I think Joe Burrow is going to be behind that line still, and I don't think he can move very well. And Baltimore's defense, I believe, is healthy now and is getting a little bit better. So I'm going to take Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Baltimore. We just don't know what to expect from Burrow at all, and I don't think he's gonna come back and just all of a sudden be Joe Shiesty and Ravens are home also. So.
Yep. All right. So as we mentioned, Black Friday. So once you're done spending all of your money, you can turn on the television and watch the 8-3 Bears travel to Philly to play the blacked out 8-3 Eagles. Who knows what offense is going to show up? Who knows what half they're going to show up? I also don't trust the Bears because I think they're very fraudulent in their wins. They've beaten a lot of bad teams. They've also got, I don't know, just Caleb Williams doing just enough to win. I mean, it comes to mind where I think it was the Giants. He had the one late run that kind of sealed that win.
And then that
they had the pass against the Bengals where Loveland, like nobody wants to tackle, and he just runs right in the end zone where they should have lost that game too. I just don't think they're basically a 7-6 team that has an 8-3 record. I'm thinking on a short week, we need to get out of our own heads against a fraudulent 8-3 Bears team at home on a blackout. They tend to play better in blackout. Yeah, going Birds.
Yeah, go Birds. They're going to beat the Bears.
I'm going Eagles just because of Caleb Williams. I just don't think he's anything.
He's played pretty well this year.
Yeah, but he's like how you feel about Stroud. That's how I feel about Caleb Williams. Like no matter what he's done, I'm just like I don't care.
I might have to jump on his bandwagon so he sucks. It tends to be if I don't.
I would put almost
well.
Honestly, I feel like it's a pretty good comparison. Like him and Jordan Love.
Yeah,
like I feel like they're very similar in how they play because they play very bad against bad teams, and then
they'll show up sometimes decent enough.
Teams.
Yeah, and then they'll have those flashes where you're like, oh wow, this is what they drafted.
Yeah,
but yeah, I just don't like them. And yeah, Jordan Love, I don't trust him.
I don't at all.
Be any kind of consistent. So yeah, moving on to the Sunday games. 8-4 Niners go to the 3-8 Cleveland Browns. 1:00 game. Yeah, I don't see Shador doing much. I think I'll put it this way. I think Myles Garrett gets 2 sacks this game. But the Niners come away with the victory.
I'm going Niners as well. It's I don't know. It's probably not going to be a great game to watch. So, I mean, the Browns have a good defense.
Yeah.
Niners offense looked absolutely terrible.
So 9-6, 10-6.
I'm not even going to throw out a score because every time I do, it ends up being a 40-30 game, and I say it's going to be 6-0.
Under or over? I'm just trying to put my parlay together.
I am not touching this game at all.
I'm going the Niners also because I think my guy Brock's better than Shador. So
yeah. All right. 7-4 Jaguars going to play the 10 Titans. Going Jags here.
Yeah, Tennessee is just not a good football team, so I'm going to go Jacksonville as well. Even though it's a division matchup at home, I think Jacksonville is going to win this game.
Yep.
I'm going to go the upset. I'm going to go Tennessee.
Do we see spreads over there? Do you see
spreads? No, this doesn't say it.
But yeah, the 1-10 Titans.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go Tennessee because I mean they did put up a good amount of points against Seattle. Yeah. Seattle's not bad. So I mean Lawrence just looks shaky at times. So
he's another one of those quarterbacks that has a lot of talent, but just always tends to.
Sure.
Oh yeah, but he tends to kind of fold up when
Sorry, so Brock, I did mark you down for Jags. You're going Titans.
Yeah.
Titans are going to win this game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. 6-5 Texans going to Indy to play the 8-3 Colts. As we mentioned, Texans defenses look good this year. I don't think Jonathan Taylor had a very good game last week, says my fantasy team. So,
Did you finally lose the week or something?
No, yeah, I did lose, but it wasn't just him. So I did lose the week that he had 60 points or whatever.
That's impressive.
Blew my mind. But that was Jahmyr Gibbs this week. I lost to him. I think he outscored my entire team.
Yeah.
So yeah, not good,
good.
Not good fantasy week. But yeah, man, that would be interesting if Texans come with that would make them 7-5, Colts 8-4, Jaguars we just talked about being 8-4. Ooh, that'd make it fun. But I'm gonna go Colts.
I'm gonna go Texans. I almost kind of want to do the caveat again. If Davis Mills plays, I'm going Texans. If CJ Stroud plays, I'm going Indy. But I think the Texans defense, if they can get Josh Allen uncomfortable, I think they can do the same to Danny Dimes.
Much easier to do to him.
And I think that I'll just go Texans.
I'm also going Houston.
Here we go. Jonathan Taylor takes my fantasy team to a victory and 1 point ahead of you guys. So we will see. 2-9 Saints going to Miami to play the 4-7 Dolphins.
What a game!
This is a game to skip.
Don't worry, we got a couple of them coming.
I know. I'm looking. I'm like, this is a horrible slate for games on Sunday.
Yeah, all the good ones are on Thursday. Actually, the slate on Thursday is pretty good.
Yeah,
the first 2 games for sure.
Yeah.
But for this one, I'm just gonna not much to talk about. Dolphins. I think they're gonna come away with the win in Miami.
I have not paid one single moment of my time to see what the Saints are doing with that Shuck kid. I have no idea. I'm just going to go Miami because I'm assuming he's worse than Tua. I think Taysom Hill
played decent against Carolina. He had 2 touchdowns and stuff, but then this week he
hasn't played
nothing.
terribly. But yeah.
I don't know. I'm going go Tua.
And the thing with Miami too, it's like 1 week they'll look like dog shit, and then the next week they'll beat the Bills. And they'll look like, where the fuck has this been?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miami as well.
All right. Let's see. 4-7 Falcons going to New York / New Jersey to play the 2-9 Jets. For this one, I am gonna go with the Falcons because I don't trust anything out of New York.
Yeah, Falcons as well. Kirk Cousins versus Tyrod Taylor. I'm just gonna go Kirk Cousins and Bijan Robinson versus Breece Hall. Go Bijan. I don't know. It's gonna be a bad game. Don't watch this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Big Kirko is gonna get a 2-game win streak going on there. So
there you go. Get a contract next year.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like
$30 million guaranteed.
Good Lord, yeah. Right?
All those Coles cash that
so much
money. All right, so 3-8 Cardinals going to Tampa to play the 6-5 Buccaneers. Talk about Baker getting hurt. Do we know the severity of the injury?
They haven't
been any designation yet. I would think he's playing as of right now.
And who's their backup?
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater. We just talked about that. Yeah. Battle of the backups. I kind of want to put a caveat, like you said. If Baker plays, I think they come away with the win. But if he doesn't, I think it's going to be the Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett. They've looked decent with Brissett.
Yeah.
I mean, also, do we know if Brissett's going to continue to start, or is Kyler coming back?
Yeah, I think Kyler's out for. He was on IR.
He was on the IR, so it's still Brissett until they say otherwise. Yeah.
All right.
Harrison might be back, or is he?
Oh no, I would think he's gonna be back. Yeah, he was just out for the appendicitis for the last 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cardinals here.
I also am going Cardinals. They've been playing teams tough.
Yeah.
And I think, again, the question with Baker, if he comes out and plays, how healthy is he? He looked like he was in a lot of pain when he threw that Hail Mary or whatever the hell it was downfield.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go Arizona.
I'm still going to stick with Baker. Yeah, I'm going to pick him to win that.
All right. Last of the 1 o'clock slate, we have the 9-2 Rams going to Carolina to play the 6-6 Panthers. Panthers are playing good until they went to San Francisco. Rams have just been playing good all year. I think they're going to continue to do so. Rams come away with an easy victory.
Yeah, I'm going Rams as well. The only thing Carolina, I think, had going for me was the fact that if they won the coin toss, they won the game, and that ended last night. So
I did
I'm
hear
going to
that
go
one,
with the
Nate.
Rams.
I was reading on Baker. Sorry. I got Rams winning that. I was trying to figure out what he's going on with him.
Any update?
All it says right now for Baker, it says it will be able to play this Sunday against the Cardinals, and only comes down to pain management. The MRI results indicate that his shoulder issue is not
He's a
viewed as a
gamer,
long-term
he'll play.
concern. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Especially with the division race and everything else. Yeah.
Are you still going to Arizona? Or do you want to flip?
that's just info I got from my fantasy app because he's one.
I'm going to stick with Arizona. What about you?
I'm staying Arizona.
I'm still staying Tampa.
Even with Baker? All right. 4-7 Vikings going to Seattle to play the 8-3 Seahawks. We mentioned it before. McCarthy looks like trash. Who even is their backup? Because Wentz is out.
McCarthy's out. Bransom.
It's a weird last name.
Anytime you have your third string quarterback starting,
McCarthy's supposed to be out, I believe.
Yeah,
I think he's getting benched again.
Well, we're gonna go Seattle. I regardless of quarterback, it didn't
McCarthy
matter.
plays.
Yeah, regardless, I was just curious who the third quarterback was.
Yeah, I think I did see something that McCarthy is out again this week. So he's back hurt again. But regardless of who plays quarterback for them, I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, McCarthy was the concussion. They deemed it on the plane. He said that's where he said he had the symptoms. And I'm going Seattle though. I just see Njigba going all over them.
Mm-hmm. And then Addison and Jefferson is pissed off. Like, what the fuck? Like, that was our guy last year.
Yeah.
7-4 Bills going to play the 6-5 Steelers. I mean, I got to go Bills here. They've had 2 bad losses in recent weeks. I think Josh Allen puts his name back up in the MVP voting. So if you guys want 3+ touchdowns for Josh Allen this week, take that bet. Because I'll probably bet Cook. I'm going to stay away from betting probably this week.
Speaking of Cooks, they signed Brandon Cooks.
Did they?
The Bills
just picked him up.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how much he has left. He's kind of
I'm just saying that happened today. I was just like,
yeah. I'm gonna go Bills here.
I'm going Buffalo as well. I don't know Rodgers if he's gonna. I think Tomlin said that he has a chance of playing on Sunday, but I think regardless, Buffalo at home, Buffalo on the road in Pittsburgh. I think that they're going to neutralize that crowd and go home with a W.
Yeah, I think it's Bills no matter who plays quarterback. Yeah, for the other team.
2-9 Raiders going to LA to play the 7-4 Chargers. I'm gonna go Chargers here.
Yeah, Chargers. I don't see anything out of the Raiders that look any kind of competent football. So
Tom Brady could play quarterback for them and still look like trash. But I don't know. Maybe
he was throwing to AJ.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he's going to make a return. Then we're going to trade AJ to wherever he goes.
AJ is going to go to Oakland.
Yeah,
or Oakland,
Vegas,
where Brady's an owner.
Yep,
which
Brady's going to come out of retirement and be the quarterback. Or AJ.
So and I don't know. With the Chargers, it's one of those things where they're right there in the division. I don't see the Raiders putting up much of a fight. So, yeah. Did you go Chargers also?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just went straight up like, yep, no doubt.
All right, 9-2 Broncos, which I think is another fraudulent team. Going to Washington to play the 3-8 Commanders. I think they're going to come away with the win here, but I still think that they're a fraudulent team. Denver.
Yeah, I'm going Denver as well. Jaden is practicing, I believe, but I don't know. I don't think that they should not play him. There's no reason to play Jaden Daniels at this point in the season.
Yeah, they're
but
3-8.
I saw
it's
that
almost to the point
back.
where chalk it up. And
they just said where his arm is like he could come back, and I'm like, but that would only matter if you guys had a shot. 3-8. There's no point to even hurt that kid.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go Denver. Yeah.
And Broncos defense is just good. So even if the offense is as fraudulent as it seems, the defense is not going to give up points to Mariota.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not many, at least.
No matter where the game's played in Washington or whatever.
All right. Then our Monday night game, we have the 2-10 Giants against the 12-2 Patriots. Giants are another team that plays everybody pretty well for the most part. They
Jameis.
Yeah, they stuck with the Lions last week. They've played a lot of teams close, whether it was Jackson Dart as quarterback or even Jameis. Maybe they'd be like 4-8 or something if they listened to the pod earlier in the year and have Russell.
I don't know why
games.
I don't know why they tried playing him when Dart was hurt or starting him over Jameis.
Yeah. I think they might keep this one still close, but I have a feeling that the Patriots will come away with the win there.
I'm gonna go Giants. Go Jameis.
There you go.
I'm gonna go Patriots. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, Cam, give us an update on kind of how the standings are working, or how we're looking.
Yeah. So Brian, you are 111 and 63. Brock, you are 110 and 64, and I'm 114 and 60. So 3 games up on you, 4 games up on Brock. You are 1 game up on him.
How did we do this last week?
Last week we went. Brian and I both went 10 and 4. Brock, you went 9 and 5.
All right, so let's see how we do this week. I think we have.
What was the game that I got?
Well, Dallas was one you got right.
Right.
Let's see. So Pittsburgh, we both had Chicago. You guys both had Vegas and Arizona. I had Cleveland and Jacksonville.
I had Vegas winning the game.
You had New Orleans. We had Atlanta.
That's okay. That's the difference right there. Yeah.
I had Birds. You guys had Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I had Cincy. You guys had New England. I had Minnesota, which was a terrible bet. Also, they played good against decent teams, but McCarthy's just dog shit. So yeah.
Yep. So yeah, well, let's see how we do this week. I think there's a lot of differences that we can kind of change the standings a little bit here or there. I need one of those weeks where I go perfect like Cam had earlier in the year. But
yeah, I also had a 5 and 9 week.
There you go.
But you guys also went 6 and 8 that week. So.
I had like a 10 or 11 last week.
Yeah.
Or something, yeah.
Yeah, we all
But
went
still-
11 and
still
4
third
at week
place.
11. Yeah. You're third.
Killing it.
So getting into fantasy, this week I played Jeff. Got my ass handed to me. He beat me 180 to 71. I neglected to check my team evidently because I'd left Rodgers in, who was out, and then I also had Waddle, who had no game.
So it's not a baseball thing. You just don't
It's
check
just
your fantasy.
Yeah. I'm too worried about
Nice.
putting in my losing bets that fantasy is just an afterthought. But I went up against Jahmyr Gibbs, who scored a solid 65. So he was 6 points away from outscoring my entire team. So yeah, not a good showing out of my team this week. Brings my record to 6-6. Currently 7th, kind of tied for the last spot in the playoffs. But points are killing me there.
My team got smoked. I scored 92. My highest scorers were tied with my defense at 16 and Tyrone Tracy at 16 as well. Josh Allen, dog shit, 8.2. Cooper Kupp, 4. Jameson Williams, 0. Yeah, it's just my team, dog shit. I think I'm down to 10th now.
Yeah, you're down to 10th.
Yeah, so better luck next year for me.
So Tush push it real good. That's Kevin, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So early on, I thought I was going to lose to Wan'Dale Robinson, because the Giants were just throwing the ball over the place.
He went off in the first half.
He went off, and I was like, "What is happening right now? Like, why am I? What?" But then, of course, Jackson Smith and Jigba was like, "I'll correct that and and fix it." I was like, "Well, thank you." But I started Jordan Love. Thought he'd do better than that, but it was more of an Emmanuel Wilson day, so he only got 7. I got 24 from Genty, 18 from Gainwell, which that was a stream that I just felt good about. I was just like, "Hey, like, why not?" I also got the Wilson dude from Arizona, so that was another stream I got this week. 26 from him, 10 I'm still struggling at tight end because obviously I lost Kraft, so this week was Otten because he played good last week, and then of course this week he's like, "Oh, I'll take it," but
Dude,
I still won. I had
one catch he almost had that he just put into the Rams defensive back.
Yeah, but I had 25 on my bench from Kareem Hunt, so it could have been more of an ass whipping, but I played that's where I played Gainwell instead. So not 6 points difference there. And then Stafford should probably be the quarterback I play every week, but I thought Love would just
So did you win or lose?
I won. Yeah, I won.
Okay.
Yeah, I won 157.
The way you're talking about it is
So, well, no, I was just going over the point. Yeah, I won
He's just
157.
bragging
I could
about
have
how
won
good his
by a
bench
lot
was.
more.
I could have won by a lot, but I won 157,
I didn't want to
132.
beat up on my my favorite fan, Kev.
Right. And I'm third, I believe.
You are third.
You are.
So right now, Jeff's first with an 8-4 record. Kenny's second, also with 8-4 record. Brock, you're at 7-5 third. Tim's at 7-5 fourth. Mike 7-5 fifth. I'm tied with Tyler. Tyler's currently ahead of me by 15 points.
As I say, I'm only
So if
ahead
I
of
check my damn team, I'd probably be sitting in a playoff spot right now.
Yeah, whoever Blitzmaster was, I'm only ahead of him because I have more points scored. That's why I'm
a lot of
ahead
ties
too.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yep. So
Yeah, you got what, 9 points? Less than 9 points, 8
yeah,
points.
9 points. Yeah, yep.
So this week, I am playing the guy across the way, Brock.
Oh,
So
okay.
right now you're projected
trying to pull it back.
more than I am, but I haven't looked at my team yet. So
Right now I got Smith and Genty both questionable for some reason. That's early on stuff. I mean, you'll probably check your team this week because you're playing me. So
absolutely,
He's checking it right now.
checking it, literally checking it right now.
He set his lineup live right now, going like,
Yeah, let's see if it lasts. It's like, all right, they're gonna throw the ball on Friday. Do I put AJ in? But yeah, we'll have a matchup there. Obviously, our commissioner screwed it up, and playoffs start next week instead of in week 15. So I'm kind of in a win or go home mode.
Yeah, come home. Come back home.
It seems like it's gonna be home.
So it means it could be just me maybe for playoffs for our pod.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. And hopefully we lose in the first
And I was
round.
projected 3 wins. I'm not forgetting that app by this app.
That was a D+ draft league.
I was projected 2 losses.
Yeah. This freaking app doesn't know who's using it.
got him early and then got some more.
Cam, you're playing Adam.
10th and 11th
11 matchup.
Yeah. This is the loser bowl.
Looks like it based on the projections, 119, 114. But I mean, mine's not too much higher than 120. Right
Dude, my team has scored. So I'm looking at the standings. My team has scored 1398. I mean, Millhouse's team scored 1679. Brock's team scored 1698. Like, my team just fucking sucks. Like, I don't have receivers. I don't have any wide receivers. I had Tyreek Hill. Yeah. He goes out. I drafted Joe Mixon. He never played at all this year. Won't play this year.
Clearly, Yahoo was high on both of those guys.
Kenny Walker doesn't know how to score a touchdown. They just give it to Charbonnet the whole time.
Yeah. Speaking of the
Saquon's been dog shit.
So I remember I texted in there about that, and I clearly think he's not, but he tried to act like Schefter. He was like, "Where'd you get this information?" I was like, "Well, then say what the hell's wrong with you? Like, you've not been playing at all. You're not going to." Like,
right.
Schefter was just like, "He's not going to play this year," and Mixon was like, "Where are you getting your sources from?" I'm like, someone knows you're not playing because you ain't. Like, plus at this point, even if he was, but the playoff rules, it wouldn't matter anyway. But yeah.
Yep. So just some other notable matchups. We have a 1-2 matchup between Jeff and Kenny. So we'll see who kind of solidifies that 1 seed. I think 1 team gets a bye or two teams get a bye.
2 because it's 6 teams.
Which is also the matchup of the week, which I never knew was a thing until I think a week ago. I'm going to need my buddy Tim here to put up a big old ass whooping on Tyler because I'm pretty sure I'm going to take an ass whooping myself so I can somehow manage to stay in the playoffs. Let's see. Mike's playing Tony. Let's go, Tone. Let's make this playoff push a little interesting.
Yeah, and my apologies. I did adjust the weeks because I forgot about week 18, and it was set as 16, 17, 18, and I changed it thinking about it was 15, 16, 17. I switched it to 14, 15, 16 because I forgot about the week 18.
Yeah, so not only did you screw me for the additional wide receiver flex spot, now
hey, learning opportunity.
Yeah.
Next year I'll be better. First time commish.
Yeah, there you go. So if anybody else has complaints, feel free to send them over in the mailbag.
Yeah, send them our way, just like the video.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of mailbag, do we have anything mailbag?
Nah, nothing mailbag.
How about
I think
socials?
obviously last week we had the live with YouTube. There was a lot of people joining in there. So if you guys do want to jump in and ask questions or anything, if you have any comments or anything like that, feel free to shoot them over. But
Yeah, as we mentioned, we from now on, we basically go live on Tuesdays. We try to get on about 7 to whenever.
7:30.
As far as the
7:30
social thing, I've had people like say more to me in person about stuff I've posted more than saying it on the page, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you gotta say it on the page. That's why I put it on there. Like,
Yep.
like I had a guy bowling saying he agreed with everything I said in my video, and I was just like, oh, I didn't even know you saw it because there's no interaction for it. But I was like, thank you, I guess. Yeah, like thanks.
I
For
didn't even watch your
Yeah,
video.
it's fine. No, I don't. I was just saying, but
I
like,
figured I'd get the live in person.
yeah, no, yeah. Like, well, like one person was like, "Oh, I saw you posted like a 4.5 minute video." I was like, "Yeah, it's not long. Did you not watch it?" They were like, "No, I just saw you posted." I'm like,
You should start
okay.
doing
And
it
then they
on.
go, "How'd
Do you
you?"
do it? What are you doing on TikTok? Or
I do it. No, I do it right on Facebook.
you should do it on
I
TikTok.
tag our
The stupid
I
little videos that we've done on TikTok,
well, yeah, and I
they've
tag our
gotten like
page.
thousands of
Yeah, I tag our page. It comes up on both. Yeah,
spots.
but I mean, it comes up on both
Chinese
when I
women.
tag it. So I mean, yeah, so they see it on both things. So because I know I'm not friends with the person who saw it on Facebook, like so he saw it from our page. No, he wouldn't have seen it. No, well, I don't talk too much about it. But like, yeah, people are coming to me like, "Hey, bro, what'd you think of the game?" I'm like, I said it like it's on
Don't want
there.
to talk about it anymore.
Like I said it like
I've done that before. Like people text me like, "Hey, what do you think of the Eagles this year?"
Yeah,
I'm like, listen.
Yeah, there's even two people that were like the other day were like, "Oh, you haven't put any like signings and trades on your Facebook." And I'm like, "Cause I put it on the podcast page." And they were like, "What pod?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Here." I sent it to them. They followed it right away.
Yeah.
But I was like, I literally put this on Facebook, going, "Hey, I'm gonna move to this now. If you want to see all that." And they just were like, "I haven't seen your post." I'm like, "It's freaking on
Maybe
there."
what you do is just like start tagging it or something
Yeah,
through
yeah,
those.
just
Like
it's.
maybe they missed that.
I think if I tag it actually will it
tag
goes
your other
yeah,
one.
it goes to the other page. Yeah. So
Yeah, and if you guys want to see me go live after
the
Hard Knocks episodes,
yeah.
let's get 5 likes.
Yeah.
It might be Brothers McCoy because usually that's when I'm uploading this to Spotify or at least editing and everything. So might be doing that while Hard Knocks is on. So
We'll see.
We will see.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining. As always, look forward to next week. Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.